This dry grass is where the brown snake loves to live. I mean, he's in here. And the houses over there is where the snakes get. And over here is where they normally are. They usually spend most of their time in the bushland, especially the larger brown snakes. They do spend most of the time in an ideal habitat, not so much in people's backyards, but they sometimes end up in people's backyards because they're an active forager. They're very, very mobile. They travel long distances and they go, oh, what's over there? I'm going to go over here. Oh, it's Bunnings. I'm going to go on the front door of Bunnings and just go down the aisle while there's all shoppers in there. And that's not an uncommon occurrence. I've caught them in Bunnings, in the plant section.
Yes.
And in behind the concrete, on the pallets. There was in behind there one day. And
that's funny, yeah.
It is funny. They go into Bunnings. Now, they're doing tracking studies in Canberra. There's a guy called Gavin Smith, brilliant guy, what they've learned. They come into suburbia, but they do spend a lot of time here. This snake's about 1 metre and a bit long. It's probably sexually mature.
Yeah. Just an adult, yeah?
A young adult.
A young adult.
But they can get much bigger.
Yeah.
But around Sydney, they quite often aren't. To get big, you've got to be of a long life. And there's a lot of things that are dangerous for a brown snake. People, dogs, cats, cars, land clearing, earth moving. Hang on. Hey, mate. We're just letting the brown snake go. But we're filming it, and you ruined it by ringing right in the middle. All right, I'll talk to you after that. Okay, bye. That's business partner. Yeah, so the brown snake, if you have a look around here, have a look. Have a bit of a pan around. That dry grasslands, this stuff brown snakes were made for living in this. But you see them in every type of habitat. Brown snakes are very versatile. It lives there, but it lives here, and it also lives at the top of the Blue Mountains. Yeah. Lives down in sand dunes along the coast. Red-bellied black snakes are not as versatile. The swamp, red-bellied is really common. Tiger snakes, copperheads, they're really common in swamplands. Look at it, it's dry. It's brown snake land. Whoa, I just fell in a hole. There's a bit of a, there's a big hole here, and it's a rabbit hole. What's apparently been our most devastating pest we've ever had is the rabbit. Because it affects the most other organisms with its digging up the land and making it, does the most ecological damage. You watch how long he's visible for. If I just tip him out, you watch how long he's visible for. There he is. Gone.
Gone.
Is that...
Wow. So quick.
Now I can walk, as I walk over to where he was, he'll disappear under the carpet of this grasses.
I've also seen quite a lot here. It's like a lot of rubbish just gets dumped on the side of the road, eh?
Oh yeah.
Is that a Sydney thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's horrible, eh?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we used to have school excursions to Long Neck Lagoon. We'd come here and collect water samples, and we'd collect bugs out of the water and learn about just basic natural sciences through practical experience, you know. And that's why I really like it here. This red-bellied black snake I've caught, it's only a little one, but it's from the other side of the lagoon. There's some houses there. The snake was in the laundry of a house, which was a fair way from a lot of cover. They rely on a fair bit of cover because they're vulnerable to predators when they're only little. Have a look at him. You know? I was talking to a Pakistani lady the other day, and she hears cicadas and she thinks that they're rattlesnakes. She's not sure. Here he is.
Wow. Look at him. Red-bellied black snake. No,
Red-bellied black snake. We'll bring him over here in these bushes. We'll put him over here.
Oh, we're going to release him here.
This thing goes for, whoop, gone. They're really, really semi-aquatic. Once they hit the water, they go underneath it, and then they'll surface somewhere else.
Wow.
And sometimes you see them surface, other times you don't. So he'll go along the river, along the Billabong here, and pop out in the reeds there and climb out when he wants to. How good's this, eh?
Can home.
Bloody, you're right. All we need is a couple of cold cans, and you don't get any better.
That's it.
It's probably the favourite thing of all is to just sit and enjoy everything we have here.
So is the inland taipan, is that the most venomous spider that they have? I know they are in categories.
They're the most toxic in terms of the way that they measure snake venoms. They inject toxins into mice and watch how many die. And the brown snake kills hundreds of thousands of mice in one bite, where a lot of other snake venoms might only kill a couple of, 20, 30, 40,000. Then you got this inland taipan like over 200,000. And one of the standard doses.
What would you say is the most dangerous snake if you would have need to put?
Guaranteed there's one in Australia that stands out miles.
Which one is it?
And it's the coastal taipan. Especially if you've worked with them, like you've picked them up and handled them. You look at the size of their fangs, their temperament. If they want to bite, they're like really shrewd. They could really, and they can get a good bite on you from quite a long distance. How good is this?
No, look at the pelicans.
Pelicans come over to join the gang.
Bloody massive.
Okay, they're Spanish. I was talking to them in Spanish, translating.
Oh, for the serpientes.
Yeah.
The serpientes. All right.
They're freaking out. The guy was like, I'll grab it if it's not venomous. And his wife's like, don't you dare freaking touch it.
Oh,
anyway,
my God. All right.
I told about a half hour.
Okay.
Thanks, mate. See ya. Bye.
We come to get the serpientes.
It's horrible.
Oh, he's not horrible.
Oh, my husband would love that. It's just upstairs.
He's watching it, is he?
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, mate.
Oh, no, I don't mind.
Hey, muchachos, we got the serpientes.
Waiting for you.
Where's he going now?
Oh,
Aha, he's had a yes, he's got a full belly.
oh, he ate some.
Yeah. He's not going to be going anywhere because he's very slow because he's eating a possum. That's a possum too. I've got to catch him very carefully because his dinner he just had, he'll vomit it up everywhere. Oh, now I've got to be very gentle because we don't want to make him lose his dinner. He's worked so hard for this. So he's going to try to hang on to there. But if we go pulling and tugging at them, they just lose their lunch. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I have to actually let him hang on to there for a sec. Watch, I'll let him hang on. And eventually, sometimes they'll climb off onto me. You want to come over here?
They're not dangerous, yes?
Not dangerous at all. But they do bite and they get scared sometimes. It hurts. It's a very common occurrence to have a python that's eaten a large prey item. Usually a possum. Sometimes it's a cat. No, I doubt it. They don't get to eat cats much. They get to eat large ringtail possums. Maybe even brush-tail possums sometimes. See? Oh. Very gentle with my friend here. He's such a gentle creature. Okay, I'll try lifting it a little bit more. But see how it's got its tail wrapped around the very solid part of the plant? And it doesn't want to let go of it because it's like, it's a security.
That's a diamond python, hey?
Yep. That's the only python we get in Sydney.
Yeah. We over in WA have the carpet.
Yes, the only. I know you get the little Antaresias in where you are too. Get this one down. There we go. Just let him crawl under there. See? Wow, it's a jungle here. It's a bloody jungle. That's a Peruvian jungle.
Yeah. The Peruvian jungle is more bigger.
Oh no, not the chair, no. This way. Taking every anti-regurgitation effort. There we go. Just let it put here for a sec.
Yeah.
Just so to get it comfortable before it goes in the bag. Not that bag. And the one thing they do also, I can get them to crawl into the bag willingly, but sometimes they won't go. Oh no, quite often they won't. So you can see the legs of the possum. Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
So maybe, do you think that he ate the possum last night?
Yep. See, they really hate the bag. And sometimes they finally get him in the bag, and then they regurgitate in the bag, which is the grossest possible outcome. There we go.
I was inside and I heard a noise, like saying like, oh, look at this. And then he nearly fell in there.
So it was going along here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably eaten that today. Over there somewhere. It's just sort of crawled back. It's trying to get back into the roof. But then that wasn't going to work. So it would have curled up in the garden or something. Poor old possum. Because they're ringtail, the ringtail possum, which is the little, quite beautiful little ringtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get hammered by these.
How long it takes to digest that?
A couple of weeks at least, and up to, they might be looking for another feed for a month or more.
What happens if they get into the house? Are they dangerous? They will like do something to like...
Do something. Like what? What are they going to do?
Like-
They got no hands. They got no hands. Can't do anything. They can get their tail, like they can't do much at all. Think about it. They can't do much.
They will bite you or something?
Absolutely not. I can't imagine that happening. Like I can't. It didn't bite me, did it?
Oh, but what about if you are scared or like show like something?
Yes, they come after you. I'm only kidding. They're actually a very good animal to have in the garden, except the possums don't agree. They don't like the python. Watch that. Slowly pick the bag up. All right.
Now he's relaxed.
See? Relax, snake. Very important, because you don't want them to waste their meal. They've spent so much time capturing that. Well, that was another story for the, Airbnb weekend away.
Put it in the review. We had a nice little visitor.
Yes.
Then you go back to Blacktown.
Monday.
Ah,
Hopefully that.
Yeah, I arrived today, this morning. Most afternoon.
Yeah, we arrived this morning.
okay.
We're having a lot of fun.
And-
We saw
I put in the museum and I start to enjoy. Hey, look that. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you guys. Have a good one. Take care.
Enjoy your relaxing time now.
I hope like we can relax. Thank you. You save our afternoon. and evening.
Now you can relax.
Yes.
This is a good gully. You said they somewhere you can really climb into the rocks and hide from predators. Put it under there. You can go and hide in the rocks for the night. Look at down there. Wow, I gotta go.
So what would be a predator that hunts those diamond types?
Oh, a fox.
So guys, by the way, Rob has his own show here in Sydney. It's called the La Perouse Snake Show, and he does it every Sunday in La Perouse. It's a suburb here. Go check it out. If you want to learn more about snakes, if you want to meet Rob in person, you should definitely go, guys. It's a must go if you're in Sydney. If you live in Sydney or visit Sydney, you must go on a Sunday.
Yeah, he'll act defensive. Now watch what he does. See, he's one that leaps up and tries to get you under the armpit.
All right, guys, what a day it has been. The day has come to an end, and Rob and me are just sitting here now and just gonna reflect a bit on what we've encountered today.
Oh, we're back at the cave.
Back. Yeah, I mean, the day started and we went for a little bushwalk and did some exploring. You know, like looking for snakes and looking for native wildlife. Then going to, you know, people's houses, catching some snakes and like watching you work. It was amazing. Coming close to some... Amazing, yeah, one of my favorite words. Coming close to some, you know, native Australian snakes, venomous snakes, and, you know, learning more about them, you know, thanks to Rob as well, was just, yeah, it was just great. I hope you learned something today, and I hope, yeah, you guys had a great time watching us too today.
Painful, you know? Like,
I'm sure it was.
Just to get through it, you know, like, oh, I've invested this much time, I just want to see the end.
That's it. Nah, I'm sure everyone liked it. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, you know, leave a like, comment, you know, share some snake experiences that you guys had maybe in the past. Would be very interesting. I'm happy to read all of them. And if you ever have a snake problem and you live in Sydney, you got to call him. All right, Snake Catcher Sydney. I'm going to put the link in the description. It was an absolute honor, mate, to meet you today and be with you today. I appreciate your time. Means a lot to me.
Feel very safe all day.
I felt safe all day, man. Doesn't matter what snake came across. Great, safe driver, safe snake handler. Everything was great.
Safe.
I knew it. I knew it from the start.
I'm gonna need these. Very important tools. My tortoiseshell reading glasses. Tortoiseshell. See? Makes them much more wise and sophisticated. Mostly what happens...
Mosquito, sorry.
They don't go for me as much.
I'm already getting absolutely pieced up here right now. You wouldn't want to get the Taipan, inland Taipan bite on with full power.
Well, probably not.
Oh, you got me worried with my shorts here. An English teacher that was German originally?
Yeah, she was completely a German.
Yeah, okay. And how was she?
Migrated here.
How was she as a teacher?
Stop screaming! What are you doing?